Kenya Kwanza is the ruling party, has numbers, and he talked about tamaking. I expected his name to be among the CSs currently released.
I think we'll come to that. Maina has a plan. So
yeah. Oh, he has a plan. Or maybe they're going to change the list.
No, not
anyway,
I don't know. I mean, he can defend himself. Haya. Campaigns are over. Now we've gotten into the reality of governance. You guys told me earlier that you were part of the team that crafted the Youth Charter. And what are the promises that were made in there? Because we've read it, but we want to hear it from you. What was the inspiration behind the Youth Charter? As in, aside from the manifesto, I know you deliberately created a Youth Charter. Why?
Stella, that document was launched and ratified in the presence of the youth of this country, drawn from all the 47 counties, by His Excellency William Samoei Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza principles. And on 27th of June, we actually signed and ratified it in Nyayo Stadium, and it was well attended, and it covered actually all spaces where young people are involved. We had youth from the jewelry industry, SMEs, people in the sports, people in technology,
agriculture,
young people in health sector,
yeah,
young people in the radio stations or the media fraternity, and actually also young people in the professional line, like lawyers, teachers, and doctors. The motivation behind that was that for the largest time, or for the longest time, we have always been presented with a broad manifesto that is generic, or that is general in format and in its prose. But we found it fit, together with the young people, while I was actively involved in it. And actually, she is in the main manifesto of the party. I saw her photo in that main manifesto. It was taken during that particular signing of the Youth Charter. It came from the understanding that we need specific and achievable interventions. Those interventions can only be made when we have a specific and targeted meeting. In this case, the Youth Charter meeting. So we didn't want to have a larger meeting held somewhere in Kasarani or Nyayo Stadium that is involving all people from all sectors of the economy or from all components of the population. But we wanted the youth, the president, to have a meeting with the youth.
So what is, is in that document? So
what is in that document is actually the spaces of young people within the governance structures of the government and the society.
AJP, anasema no.
So it is in the
manifesto. Has he had a chance to read the document?
No, he was blind enough not to read it.
But he's just explaining to them. So I'm trying to, I think I'll just refer to what you're telling us. It's not about amount of reading, because when you talk about governance, I think let's start from, and these are facts. Because I was checking with this cabinet, and this youth charter, you know, a youth is a youth, and it is just in our constitution, Article 2 of the Constitution, a youth is defined clear enough. So when you talk about governance, and we've just had recent appointments that have been vetted by the parliament, and out of these CSs, I've not seen any person, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, between the ages of 18 and 34. I don't know who is the youngest CS nominee there, maybe you can correct me. But I think when you talk about, I think let's not use the word governance when you talk about the Youth Charter, because it has to start from a national decision point of view, and the decision point of view is where now the bread, now we can get the bread and now try to split the bread. I think that is my.
Sarah, the basic understanding of government. Remember, running government is not running a kiosk. It's a whole reality altogether. Today, and this was actually I said on another TV, a national TV, when they were asking the same question. I always say that when you become a leader, you don't just become accountable to the people. You become actually accountable to their challenges and their aspirations. The immediate need today of Kenyans is to put money on their pockets, dealing with
What does that have to do with his question?
No, I'm answering him. I'm answering him.
Okay.
Just give me time. Don't interject.
Okay.
Give me my time. This is the ruling party. And we have.
Unfortunately, this is my space, and I am the ruler here.
When we have, we were given a very big responsibility by Kenyans. Sarah, when you are given a high responsibility, it means you have a high accountability, or high accountability is expected from you by the people. Yeah. So, the immediate need of a Kenyan in the streets today is we are dealing with the issue of drought. We are dealing with the issue of healthcare system of our country. We are dealing with the issue of a collapsed or unclear, ambiguous CBC system. So, and this actually answers the question of the youth charter and also the women charter, because the issue of women is also something that is coming up in regards to the 50-50 arrangement that was agreed upon. So the president right now, and I think the Kenya Kwanza administration, first of all, they want to deal with the immediate needs, the primary needs of the people. Once they sort out the immediate needs,
Maina, you're not answering his question.
Yes.
His simple question was this. You say that in the youth charter, the priority item, or one of the main items that was put there, was that young people would have representation in the structures of government, for example. Yes. So he's asking, in the recent appointments, where are the young people?
And that's why I'm answering. Actually, that's what I'm answering.
We are waiting for the answer.
The answer is they are not there because there is no one who is under 34. But this is not a yes or no answer.
You see, that is what I was trying to say. The government started in a wrong footing. And I don't have a problem with William Ruto as a person. And at first, I wanted even to interject when he talked about trenches. We cannot equate William Ruto with the political trenches because this is a person who has been in government since, I don't know, Mudavadi was in government, alikuwa waziri kutoka mwaka gani. So when you talk about trenches, I think we should not use that word into political trenches in terms of Ruto and Mudavadi. I think we'll be losing focus. Let's just say Ruto is a smart politician. He managed to out-tweet other politicians, and we give him credit for that. But when you talk about proper leadership, alisema neka Biblia chini unge narudi chini. Now anasema we give him 1 year. You see, and these are the, Kenyans will feel now, oblivious, and iyo matarajio.
What JP forgets, you don't solve problems.
You see, that is the problem.
Been there for the last
that
5,
is the problem.
10 years.
Listen,
in a day.
Okay, let me tell you.
He's been in government for less than 100
days. And that is what I'm telling you. This is a person who has been a deputy president. You said treasury haina pesa na nini, and you managed to go to all these foreign trips. Where was this money coming from? You see, my point is, when you are sure that you are not able to do something in 100 days, don't commit yourself. And that is how politics
So your challenge is not that it's a challenge to do the issue, it's that you committed to doing it. Don't commit,
because if you commit to Kenyans that the moment I get sworn in, I'm going to do ABCD in the first 100 days, then you are wrong. Just say, give me a time frame of 24 months, I'll be able to handle this. Because we understand.
I think he corrected that yesterday.
But it is wrong to correct.
Give him, only a wise, only a fool doesn't change their mind.
To me. What I'm trying to say,
when you get in and you see what is happening,
let me finish.
You have the option of changing your mind. You say, let's give him another 1 year.
Then that is what you call
the price of unga.
That is what you call political conmanship. Because you go to people.
So you consider it conmanship,
yes, that is
but
conmanship.
She's saying.
Because you go to the people and tell them that I'm going to give you unga in the next 20-30 days. Unga will be 100 bob. And then you've been in government. It's not that you've been out of the government. This is a person who has been sitting in the National Security Council. He receives all the daily reports. He knows how much was in the treasury. He was he receives money from the government.
But maybe he wasn't receiving the information.
No. So when I say about political manship, don't commit something that you are not sure of.
All right. So Wala has an answer for you for that one.
Yes. When, for example, JP today, you get the PS position for maybe sports. Yes. And you get in there and what you thought is inside there is not exactly what is on the outlook. Because there is one thing looking at sports when you're on the outside, and it's another thing while you're inside, right? When you get in there and notice that the mess inside there is more than what you thought it was, you're at liberty to come out and say, hey guys, this is what I thought I could do, but this is how the situation is right now. kindly allow me some more time.
That's a valid
Even in
point.
project
Where
management,
did
you
they
go in
get
hoping to
money
do
for
a
these
house
foreign
You actually
trips?
call
in
it
12
workaround.
months.
I'm-
Yes.
I'm giving an
You
example.
get there and
This
you
is a
break
person who has
ground
gone- how
and
many
you
foreign
can't get
trips?
to the maram.
Wala,
It's still
I'm just
caught on
asking
soil.
I'm asking
You have
a
to go
question.
Okay,
deeper.
ask your question.
I'm
You
asking a
ask for
question.
more time.
This person has gone for these foreign trips. Where was this money coming from?
Well, let me ask you, doesn't the government have a way that it operates?
She's
They have
just
a way
answering.
they operate.
Because this is
And
a
so the
person-
monies are there,
Good.
but maybe it is not
She's-
for this specific
You
allocated
see,
agenda.
She's answering her question. It simply means Ruto has been in government and he knows the operational structures of the government because he knows he was aware there's no money in the government, in the treasury. So why commit something that you are not sure of? That is she's just
Maina,
answered
you
the
want
question
to
again.
help the president on this one?
I'm not helping the president, it's the reality. Sarah, and these are facts. All of us, we all come from rural areas. I don't know whether it is the same for you. But when we were living our countryside, we had so much expectations of Nairobi. This is we are going to have the city of opportunities, the city of everything. That once the first day I get into Nairobi, I must make sure I take a photo at KCC. The first day of Nairobi, I must go and visit some places that you.
And then you get there.
Read. Once you get to Nairobi, my friend, kwanza unapotea njia. You have to find somebody to guide you.
Yeah.
The second day, you realize
You don't have money.
you don't have money, even fare to come to the CBD. The third day, you realize that, wow, I don't have even food to eat. That is the reality that William Ruto and Rigathi
Was he
Gachagua-
an outsider in the government? That is the question
So,
they need to
Yes,
This is
for
the
the
point.
last 4
This is the
years,
point.
clearly we can
This is
say
the
he was
point.
an
Why you
outsider. He
just
was
saying-
just
Okay,
a
let's
DP
hear
by
Maina,
name.
let's hear
He
Maina.
wasn't a DP by
So Papa
action.
says, you know, I was
There's a
not
fallacy.
interjecting my brother. I'm not interjecting him.
Yeah.
So let him give us space.
We're hearing you.
You see, you can always campaign on a certain issue, and you promise people based on
Your intentions.
your intentions,
like the stadiums, right?
the vision of where you want to take the country, and everything else. When Moses was liberating the children of Israel from Egypt, he told them that he wants to take them to.
But that's
Promise
different.
land.
Moses was
Because
here.
these people like quoting the Bible because they have to solve the Bible. Like,
Brother, give me space.
No, I want to correct you because
Yeah.
Moses was hearing from God, which is an
Yes.
accurate source.
No.
So it means that
You
if
see-
the leader hears from God, he will actually make the right promises
This is the-
and will not be surprised when he gets
Just
it.
give me space. Just give
Seller,
me space.
during
Just
their
give me
journey
space.
from,
Just
Just give me space.
He's given you all the space, but you're not saying your
This is
point.
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah?
When Moses, I want to contextualize it with Moses' story. When Moses was telling the children of Israel that I'm going to liberate you from Egypt and take you to Canaan, even before he promised, even before he undertook that journey, he had already gone to Israel. When he was killing that Egyptian, what they were
He was
doing.
in Egypt,
Yes.
not Israel.
So he had already taken a journey and he knew the realities. So this is the point. You can always promise people of where you want to take them, even without necessarily knowing the considerations of what could mean of you taking them to the promised land. Because you must always mobilize people towards a place where they would want themselves to be.